All right, so here are your options for sculpture. So the first option is tinfoil. So you can make little tinfoil creations. I strongly suggest like animals. If you don't know how to make a tinfoil, you're starting out with like the basic shapes, like what is the head shape, what is the body. You can click these words right here, the blue words, for a video that will help show you. Kindergarten and first grade, they're going to need help with the glue gun. So make sure you're not using a glue gun if you're in kindergarten or first grade. Here's some more examples. Right, then the next option is to make a paper mache mask. So you're going to need that mask form and then the paper mache paste and papers. If you don't know how to make the mask, make sure you watch the video right here and we'll look at some examples. Then the next option is paper mache over modeling clay. So you'll need modeling clay for paper mache. There's a bucket of it. It might be kind of heavy, so you might need help grabbing the modeling clay. So right here, you're going to look for this little label. Then if you don't know how to make the paper mache over modeling clay, make sure you watch the video right by this question mark or these blue little words. So click that and it'll take you to a video showing you how to make the modeling clay. Here are more examples of some students' work. Okay, then the next option is the cardboard house. So kindergarten and first grade cannot do the cardboard house, just because it's a little more dangerous. We're going to be using cardboard cutters, so that's why I don't want kindergarten or first grade to use it. If you need to know how to make a cardboard house using the little templates that I have, make sure you click this question mark and click these blue little words. And here's some more examples. Okay, so those are your options for sculpture. So most of the supplies for the sculpture center is going to be in these two big long cabinets. So if we open up these long cabinets, we'll see everything that we need. So we have our hot glue sticks way up here, plates and paper mache, our masks for paper mache masks. You got some things to add to your sculptures, and then there's cardboard, and then if you want those house templates that we use for the cardboard houses, they're right here. This is just some thinner cardboard pieces that you can cut up and use if you want thinner pieces. Tin foil is right above. So here's some extras. Try and use these first, and then we can also grab some tin foil from there. If you need help, let me know, because this part on the tin foil is really sharp, so be careful. All right, then right above is popsicle sticks and toothpicks. This is all I have this year, so whatever's in this box, there is no more of. You can add little details to your cardboard house or something like that. Then right above is our paper strips for paper mache. So here's some like half sheets of paper that you'll need to cut into or tear into size. Make sure they're in smaller pieces. Then you can put any of your extras in this paper strip box, and feel free to use out of this box too. If you ever need more paper, it's just our like old recycled paper. So there's tons way up here if there's not any in the little box or by the box. So you can grab papers here and you'll just have to kind of tear them. Then right in this box is the modeling clay for paper mache over modeling clay. This tub is now super full, so you might have to just step on a step stool, pull this out a little bit and grab what you need instead of trying to take this all down because it's super heavy. So step on a step stool just to grab your little piece that you need. With the cardboard, I want you to be throwing away any pieces that are smaller than your hand. So obviously these pieces, all smaller than my hand, should be thrown away. Some of the pieces get kind of tricky, like this is obviously bigger than my hand, but no one's gonna really want to use this tiny of a piece. So it's pretty tiny. I would just throw this away. Large pieces like this, that is still good. So kind of be a good judge. If the piece is like destroyed, how like we have this little piece that's kind of destroyed, you can throw away that too. But otherwise, there might be some good pieces that are nice and big yet that still can be used. With the cardboard houses, I want you to be making them smaller so you can add more detail. So on the wall here, right by the paint shirts, is our size limit. So if it fits in the box, it is a good size. If it is way too big for this box, it is too big and you are not, you need to make it smaller and add more details to it instead of making it super big. I would rather have you make something that's small and looks really cool, that you can spend your time on, than making something big that doesn't look as great. So make sure it fits in the box. Be careful with this box, it's just hot glued to the wall, but I feel like it might come off. For your hot glue guns, you will need a place to plug them in. So right by the sculpture table and the drying racks, there will be an extension cord. You can plug it in there. Or another great place is right by the sink. You can plug it in right by the pencil sharpener. So you might have to unplug one of these and then you'll just plug in your hot glue gun. Remember, you'll wait like around a minute or two for it to heat up before you can use it. Then if you're in 2nd through 5th grade, you can use the cardboard cutters for our cardboard sculptures. So right by, kind of by my paints over here, I like to keep them by me just to keep them safe and that I can charge them, is the cardboard cutters. So with the cardboard cutter, we have some safety issues. So when you're using them, on the cardboard cutter, there is this little hole. That is where the cardboard goes. Make sure your finger never goes in this little spot because that will cut your finger and it is super dangerous. So to use these, you press the bottom and you press the top button at the same time and it'll start to spin to cut. But make sure your fingers or anything else, only cardboard, is ever right here. The next thing with paper mache masks, you'll have to let it dry after you paper mache it. Then to get it off this plastic, you're gonna have to like carefully pull it off. So I already took this off, so it's gonna be quite easy to get off, but you'll like start at one side, start bending it and try and get it off. You can ask the teacher for help too. But then you have it all made out of paper. This is where you can see if it's like strong enough, if you can't really like move it, or if it feels nice and strong, then you're ready to paint. Otherwise, if it's like really weak and it's gonna break, put it back on the plastic and then add more layers and let that dry. Whenever you're all the way done and ready to paint, make sure you take it off the plastic and this little face will go right back in the cupboard by the other masks. Also with sculpture, you might choose to paint yours. That's totally fine with sculpture. So the paint is in these cabinets. So we got our warm colors and cool colors. Next cabinet over is your neutral colors. And then you will need a paint cup. So we got right in here is our paint cups. And then of course brushes are in this last cabinet. All of your sculpture pieces will need to have their names on it. So if you take the tape and just grab a little piece, and I would write your name on this tape with either a Sharpie or a pencil, and then use this to label your piece. So remember, you need your name, and then you need your class code. So if it's, I'm gonna just do kindergarten post. Then you'll put this on whatever sculpture piece you're working on. So if I got my paper mache mask, I'm gonna make sure I put it on my paper mache mask. When you are done with your sculpture project for the day, you are gonna set it on these black racks. Make sure you put your name and your class on it with like a piece of tape, just so we know it's yours in case someone decides to take it or I'm moving things around. Make sure your name and class code are on it. You will possibly have to wipe down your spot if you're using paint or paper mache. So over here by the bathroom, there's the cleaning station. There is a rag and a spray bottle. Make sure you spray off your spot, wipe it down, make sure it's dry. Then when you're done with these, put the rag and the towel, just like I have them, and set it back on the wall.